Hey everyone, I just wanted to show off my new Eka Swede 88 knife. And since there was an absence of videos of this knife on YouTube, or rather not that many, I figured I could show off my knife just to give you the visual appearance of it and my very brief impressions. So this is the newer model, the Walnut edition. The newer model, as far as I can tell, has this kind of grain or a pattern in the wood with the Eka logo here as well. The older ones had more of a smooth finish, and I think it had an embedded plastic kind of logo here. So it's a foldable knife. There's a small switch over here which you can press, which lets you fold the blade in. Folding it out is just a matter of pulling here and it'll snap to, like so, and then it stays well in place. There's a bit of resistance in moving it in and pulling it out. I think it's at a good amount. There's never the feeling of it. At the very last bit, there's a spring action which will move it back. But if it gets to like this point, it'll stay like so. So it's my first folding knife. So I've been a bit scared about the fact that what if it, snaps to on my fingers. But I'm getting used to it now, and there's no actual, as far as I can tell, risk of you hurting yourself in that sense. The small paracord lanyard here is just something I fashioned. I think it's mostly for me being able to pull the knife in and out of its sheath. I mean, you could use it to hold on to it as well as a secondary thing if you were to drop the knife. I don't think I'll ever need that, but you do get this black leather sheath with the knife. And if I have that in my pocket or in my belt, you could pull it out like this, but it makes it easier if I can grab here and pull on the lanyard itself. Impression wise, I mean, I've only just gotten it. I haven't gotten to use it that much yet, but first thing that struck me is actually a bit smaller than I would have imagined, and maybe it's just me not having to actually read the specifics and contemplated over the fact of its actual size. I probably just judged by the pictures I saw. I don't think it's a big deal for me. It still feels like it's a nice size for my hands. It feels nice holding the knife. I can't complain. In terms of sharpness, I'm not the avid knife user. I don't own many knives other than the Home Depot style knives that I have in my garage, but it strikes me as sharp enough. I could pass the paper test or whatever that test is called, and I've used it to carve some wood as well, make some tent stakes and such, and it works just fine for that purpose. It's very light as well, which I kind of like. I'm used to knives being more heavy, but this is kind of light, and at first it felt a bit odd, but now I actually like it. So it's really nice and compact, kind of light, and doesn't take up much space. So I can definitely see myself using this more often, just keeping it in my pocket or in my belt, and actually forgetting or about me having it there and not really feeling that it gets in the way. So far I'm really happy with the knife, and as I mentioned, this video was mostly just to show off the knife, so that you can get a look at what the more recent version of the Eka Swede 88 knife looks like.